Liminal dimension is a creepypasta that is about a dimension all around the idea of liminal spaces. If you are unaware of liminal dimension, here is a quick idea of it. Liminal dimension is a dimension where you are surrounded by liminal spaces all on your own. It is very rare for something to enter with you. Commonly you enter by walking through a room or place with no one around and you transition to liminal dimension. You won't hear or feel anything when you are in there. You normally open the door behind you and notice it's not the same place or room that you were in before you entered the empty place you were in. Confusing, but hopefully you understand. Also, this is not the back rooms. Don't be one of those idiots that comment on every video that has an empty staircase saying backrooms. That makes no goddamn sense. That isn't even what the backrooms creepypasta is. So don't comment that or you will look like an idiot. Anyway, how about we spice it up a bit? Now you must be wondering, didn't you already just say how to enter? Well, yes, I did. However, that is only a natural way of entering and very rare. But let's take a look on how you can force yourself to enter it. How about we start off with a method that is easy and has a high chance of transitioning to liminal dimension. Shall we? This is the SpongeBob outro theme which plays at the end of SpongeBob episodes. Now, why am I mentioning the SpongeBob outro in a video all about horror and liminal spaces? But however, the SpongeBob outro theme is a liminal song. I don't think I need to explain what this is since it pretty much explains itself, but a lot of you can probably relate to how creepy this song is. Like when you're 7 and a SpongeBob DVD finishes and you're alone in the dark and it feels like someone is watching you. I know for a fact I've felt this way towards this song. So if that is how you feel towards the song, you're golden. However, if not, take a look at other childhood cartoons that have a song along with the outdo and take a listen to some, and I'll tell you what to do with that. Just hold on. Anyway, here's how to enter. First off, load up a SpongeBob episode. I'd recommend an episode from one of the first few seasons so it doesn't have the best quality. Anyway, watch till the credits. Make sure the lights are out and there's no other distractions in the way. Also, don't let any bugs or visible life in your room. Even if you can't see the bug or are aware it is there, it will mess up the whole process. Also, it doesn't need to be nighttime, but it's better to do it at night. Anyway, tuck up in bed and face your TV that has the end credits rolling. If the end credits end, you have to either watch the whole thing again or watch a different cartoon with liminal music at the end. Anyway, once you get hit with a rush of adrenaline and start getting scared and nostalgia, you are feeling the feeling of liminal. This is when you are standing on the threshold of reality and liminal dimension. When you feel this and the end credits finish, look outside your room to see if anything changed or out your window. Go outside if you have to be certain. If everything is the same or there's still people life around, you have not transitioned to liminal dimension. However, if not, you have entered liminal dimension. By the way, at the end of these methods to transition to liminal dimension, I will explain how to leave and the effects that happen to you when you enter liminal dimension. If you want to watch a different cartoon, just do the same, but make sure the outro feels liminal and preferably a part of your childhood. If this doesn't work, here's another method. Go somewhere close to where you live and make sure nobody is there and it feels liminal. Like a bunch of houses that look clustered together. Put on some headphones and play a liminal song. Stand there motionless. Do not move. Once you get that liminal feeling, you are transitioning. If your heart suddenly drops, then you have suddenly entered the invisible portal and you will need to wait a while before you move again. Like 3 to 5 minutes perhaps. After that, check your surroundings to see if you have entered. However, if not, try again in a different location or try a different method. Here's another method. Here's how you can transition to liminal dimension through sleep paralysis. Follow a guide to sleep paralysis on it first. Then make sure a liminal song is playing. Put yourself into sleep paralysis. Then when you are in sleep paralysis, check your surroundings. If the monster looks like Limin, you're probably going to transition to liminal dimension. Limin is a 10 feet dark humanoid with an eye for a head. The eye is black and its eyelashes are red. The iris is red and pupil is also black. It has big claws on its hands and feet. It has a red outline kinda like a cartoon. He can only be seen through hallucinations and or sleep paralysis and dreams. Also he is able to go visible or invisible in liminal dimension. Basically he's the god of liminal dimension and has full control over it. Anyway, he might pull you to a portal and that leads to liminal dimension. Anyway, another method is to try and find Limin in the wild. He isn't visible but you can tell his presence. Have you ever suddenly felt chills go up you? If yes, that could be Limin passing by you. Has your computer randomly turned on? If yes, then that's probably Limin. If you feel any of these in the future, try and make it clear you know he's there and that you're alone. Then you will end up in liminal dimension. The last but probably worst method is to try and find one of his portals. His portals look like your normal portals, you know, the type purple and black. It looks like someone tried to make a new color with his paint brushes but didn't exactly know how to do it properly. These are super rare and you will probably never find them. But if you do, jump in quickly and you're in liminal dimension. Anyway, now you know all of this. Let's learn what happens in there and how to get out. When you're there, you are surrounded by oddly familiar places with no one else around. Just you, in an empty world. You wander around a bit and you hear something in the distance. It's a liminal song. Sometimes there's a way to find the source of the song, but sometimes there isn't. You'll normally find it playing in some old CD player. Or something from the 2000s. You sometimes open a door to another room and notice the office chair is slightly spinning as if someone was just in here but then left. However, no matter how hard you try, you cannot find them. You've lost all track of time, but you know you haven't ate or slept in days, months, years, but you don't feel hungry nor tired. You are slowly forgetting things that you loved, things that you enjoyed. You don't even seem to be aging. Just some facial hair or something. You eventually decide it's worth the risk of dying and that could possibly save you. You jump off a high building, but when you hit the ground you're still alive. You can't die here. You eventually just give up and accept this is your new home. Forever. Not even old age can kill you. You are now trapped here forever. Or are you really? You see, it is possible to get out of liminal dimension, but it can be harder than you think. Well, you see, the main part of liminal dimension that makes you feel weak and therefore makes it more difficult to escape. It slowly makes your memories slowly fade away, kind of like dementia. But if you are able to remember stuff, it can actually help you escape. Here's what I mean. If you try and keep your mind straight and memories clean, then you can transition to reality again. Or maybe hum your favorite song, etc. You can also just try to find another leftover portal. It's very hard and kinda confusing. Also beware of Limin, the god of liminal dimension. An entity so powerful that not even the smartest of people have lived to say their experience with him. Also please note, he will not attempt to kill you in liminal dimension, only if you cause him trouble on Earth. Even then, he will probably just send you to liminal dimension as he has only killed a few people. Or perhaps, there is an entity, even better,